Okay. Well, when I was invited, thank you, Liz, for inviting me. When I was invited, I was told that the exact location of this venue was being kept a secret, and which took me by surprise. So I watched some clips of previous events, and what I basically saw was just a couple of men coming together, sharing some thoughts and ideas or seeking consolation. But if events like this need to be kept a secret, it's like attending some illegal underground resistance. And this is forbidden by the same women who caused this all in the first place. Thank you. But what are those women going to do if they come here, if they know where the venue is? Are they going to protest? Or against these gatherings? Yes. Are they going to protest because because men are coming together to gatherings of men who found out that they have no rights? Men who found out that there are no laws protecting them. Men whom are falsely accused. Men who have been incarcerated for nothing. Men who have lost their children. Men who cannot see their children grow up, oftentimes in the house that they built. Men who stood here puzzled by what just had happened to them, because men had no idea this was coming. Men who are finding out that there are new laws being legislated as we speak to strip them from even more of their human rights, because men had no idea. They thought of women as their closest companion, but we turned out to be their most dangerous enemy. Well, I'm a woman, as you might have noticed. So I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this. I have witnessed the endless and continuing destruction and sabotaging of my partner firsthand. His ex had successfully stolen everything my partner ever had and was able to do this hand in hand with the law. There was nothing he could do. And she didn't even need to do anything illegal, because the laws are on her side. Up until the point that she played all her cards. When I met my partner, he had already lost everything, but still this woman continued. So she decided to attack me instead. She figured, if she takes me down, my partner will lose his family again. And then he will be destroyed again. I won't go into what she tried to do to me, but all I want to say is, make no mistake, this is not a sisterhood or anything. These women will take down any opponent, male or female. Male or female, they don't care. This is not the kind of story that you share on Facebook, and neither are the stories of men. This you cannot share with anyone. Nobody wants to hear it anyway. So what happens? Nobody knows. And if you tell, nobody believes. So any ridiculous story that I heard or read about how far these women will go to destroy you, they were 100% confirmed by the actions of this woman. The story is so incredibly absurd that the people around you just don't believe you. And when I watched Cassie J's The Red Pill, I saw that this was actually happening around the whole world. Because you tend to, when you're inside of it, you tend to think that you're the only one. But watching this and what I had seen up close, that was what instigated me to make the YouTube video, Almost All Women Mentally Insane. because I was angry. I was enraged. Thank you. I was already toying with the idea to make a movie or a video because I saw what they did to my partner for more than 10 years. But I just didn't have a clue what to do. And I think that many people don't have a clue what to do. But I was so enraged, so I decided to speak out and make a video and just post it on YouTube and see what happens. Well, this video apparently hit a nerve, and it hit a nerve globally. And I've learned a lot ever since. I've learned about things that I, on the one hand, preferred not to know. Like, there's indeed a feminist lobby. There's indeed a feminist agenda. Emails with stories from all over the world confirmed this. Facebook confirmed it by deleting my video and banning the man that shared it. YouTube confirmed it by shadow banning and demonetizing my channel. Because videos with radical feministic ideologies, like the insane suggestion to kill all baby boys, there's no problem whatsoever. Hashtag kill all men. That's all just fine. But anything anti-feminist immediately gets shadow banned and demonetized. So I did a little test. I uploaded an insane video where the teacher, named Aurelia Vera, is teaching her class how the planet could only be saved by cutting off baby boys' testicles and serve them with cognac. And I subtitled this in English because it's Spanish. Well, this was the only video that YouTube monetized and approved. This was no problem whatsoever. But a video addressing men's issues, that's not allowed. My video was prevented from going viral, but I was still receiving letters from men across the world telling me about their lives and mostly how they got ruined. How that video had struck a chord in them. But what all the comments and messages were teaching me, and I did not know this, that this is a global issue. Countless of men are suffering all over the world. And they say that this is feminism. But make no mistake, this is not feminism at all. This is a movement of radical gynocentric extremists disguised as feminists. Because feminism means the advocacy of women's rights on the grounds of the equality of the sexes. So this equality, what is it? Is it slut pride? Does it mean all men are trash? Or kill all men? What's equality to these women? The future is female? Is it depriving men of their human rights? Equality doesn't mean special treatment for women. And equality doesn't mean accusing men of inappropriate behavior and then destroy him. Neither does it mean incarcerate all men or castrate all men. Turn our toddlers into transsexuals, giving them puberty blockers at the age of 5 and lower their testosterone levels. If we continue like this, our boys will grow up with story times read by drag queens in school. And then in college, listen to radicals like Aurelia Vera teaching about the matriarchy, teaching the children that how in order to save the planet, 25% of male population has to be castrated. Then on university campuses, being doctrined into these brainwashed social justice warriors. being taught how awful the boys are, having to study 400 different genders, which all boils down to the same thing, the eradication of men. And then what? When they're young adults, being falsely accused of rape, or manspreading, or wolf whistling, or just falsely accused over whichever insane laws they're about to legislate. They'll be forced to avoid women and go MGTOW. But do you think that these women will be sweet enough to let you go their own way? MGTOWs have created this illusion that they're safe because they're avoiding women. But they cannot avoid the laws these women will make behind their backs, if it continues like this. If they are able to legislate a law which enables them to take away your children and your money, what do you think that they will do when they see that men are going their own way? If such a ridiculous law against manspreading exists, you know that you can wait for the next one, obviously. For example, women-voiding, avoiding women. It doesn't exist yet. I just made this one up, just to show how simple, trivial, and insane the next law against men can be. But it goes hand in hand with manspreading. So you might be able to envision a future law against MGTOW. Because talking to a woman can be illegal, but ignoring her can be equally illegal if these female lunatics continue to get their insane ideas legislated. Now, when I heard the Spanish Socialist Party member, Aurelia Vera, she's a Socialist Party member, teach her class about the 25% of male castration to save the environment, this enraged me. I heard that worried parents put a recording iPhone in their children's bags, so the whole thing was recorded. And I wonder, how many radical teachers are out there changing our children? How far do we let them take this? How long before men have no rights whatsoever? How long before the castration law will be legislated? What's the prognosis on that? 2 years? 20 years? Because there's one thing which worries me. These times are so incredibly weird, and these laws are so incredibly dangerous. As a matter of fact, it's all such a mad world that we can't even believe that this is actually happening. I think that the reason why nobody is taking action is because it's just too insane. And no one can. Because you'll just get arrested if you do. But then I look at men, the laws and these radicals, and I tell you, there is no way that I will just sit here and make a few videos which will never amount to nothing. The world is becoming too dangerous for men. Now I notice that there are many men and women who are sick and tired of these radicals as I am. Since I posted my video, I have received many emails of both men and women all over the world saying that they have enough of this. And now I begin to understand why these so-called feminists don't want men to come together. Why they don't want an International Men's Day, and certainly not a meeting with men celebrating this event. It's because all the people that used to be unaware or in denial, if they start to come together and seek consolation, help or share ideas, that is the real danger to these women. Because if we get together, all together, boys and men and the women who love them, together we can try and make a real change. And this is, I know that this is a really big cliche, but it is true. So we have to keep coming together. All I want to say is unite. There is only one thing that's actually good about all the sorrow that this feminism has caused. They destroyed so many men and enraged so many women that we are about to be a majority. There are hundreds of thousands of people who want to get rid of these radicals with their misandric ideologies and restore the rights of men. And if we keep coming together, we're not just raising awareness. Together we might be actually able to reverse these laws and get men off the second-class citizen list that these radicals created. I know that I will make this my mission. For people who want a good, healthy life and future for them and for their children. And this is a right that we, as a nation, as a civilization of normal people, both men and women, will tend to reclaim, with the exception of using violence, by any means necessary. Thank you very much.